Today on Toypixx, my first Action Force figure. Cue that intro. Well, hello there everybody, I'm Photo Dave and this is Toypixx. And whether this is your first or 100th time on the channel, Toypixx is all about helping you and helping me get better at action figure photography. So I'll be talking about action figures, I'll be talking about photography. When it comes to action figures, I'll talk about trends, why I collect the ones I like, different things going on in the industry. And when it comes to photography, I'll be talking about some Photoshop tips and tricks, some lighting things I do, you'll see some behind the scenes stuff, all that good stuff when it comes to actually shooting my stuff to hopefully help you shoot yours. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and click that subscribe button while I sit here and talk a little bit about Duster, my first Action Force figure. I was really blown away by what these things can do. So for the rest of this video, till maybe the outro, you're just gonna look at Duster. And, well, all the things he can do. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Duster. This guy is just awesome, and you know that I'm not the best reviewer, so I'll probably sit here and say awesome just a whole lot. But what really makes him cool from a toy photography standpoint is, one, he has all the articulation he should have. One thing I really appreciate about this particular figure is a lot of characters with a lot of these vests and everything, they go over their waists, so you're not able to get any kind of real ab crunch. Here, you can see it doesn't really go over his waist, so he bends over quite a bit more than you would get on most figures that have that. For instance, I have a Flint here, and he's got one that goes pretty much right down to his waist, and I got nothing. But Duster here, he can get that pose, which is really cool. This helmet is awesome. I'll get into accessories here shortly. He really does have all the articulation you expect on this. The one limiting area, he has a couple I guess here. You can't get much tilt out of his head. You can get some. Looks like it's okay. It's not awful, but there's not a whole lot of that whole twisting back and forth, you know, or tilting back and forth, I suppose. He can turn his head, no big deal. Yet he looks up quite a bit. I mean, that's impressive. He's got butterfly joints at his shoulders, which I can't really show too well. Well, here, maybe I can. Let's do this. And so there's back, there's forward. Does really well. What you're going to find you really enjoy if you get these Action Force figures are the extra hand options if you're in this for toy photography. So he's got the butterfly joints at the shoulders, he's got the arms. Let's see, the arms do exactly what you want. It's all pinless. His legs go up pretty far. Look at that. Whew. And they go out pretty far. You can get Duster in some pretty crazy poses. Got all kinds of removable accessories, just stuff that's really great for action figure photography. And now, hey, why don't we get into some of those accessories, shall we? Quick jump here real quick before we get to accessories, since I did say there were two things. One is, I mean, I talked a little bit about there's not a whole lot of attitude, I suppose, and the tilt when it comes to his head. The other thing is he doesn't really go forward much at his ankle. Let's see here if I can show this, because really, I'm not the review guy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But a lot of companies, kind of people say, well, that's the sculpt. This is the sculpt of these kinds of pants. So I'm not as bothered by it as I would be if it didn't go forward and the guy were wearing shorts, for instance. Okay, let's get on to those accessories. Next up, we're talking accessories. And when it comes to action figure photography, with a great figure, You also want a lot of accessories just to give you a ton of options for under the lights, and this guy delivers those options a whole lot. Kinda like I wish G.I. Joe would, especially in the hands department, so let's start there. One, we've got 2 trigger hands. No big deal there. He's got one on his arm still. Fair warning, it did take me a little bit to be able to pop these hands on and off, so you will want to try a hairdryer or a heat gun or something to make that happen. So he's got 2 of those. He has 2 weapon resting hands, I would call these, where you just hold the end of the gun with these hands. He's got the other one on him as well, for when he was holding his scar there. He's got good old-fashioned fists. Who doesn't want fists with their action figures? Pretty excited about those, almost unreasonably so. And of course, he has a knife-holding hand for, enemies that need a little extra stabbing. So there's the hands. Really excited about the hands. Now let's show off the next head, because the head, look at that thing. That thing's insane. Who doesn't want that? Like, I don't know if I'll probably do this, but I bet for photos he's going to end up with that. I'm not much for displaying my figures just because I'm always using them with photos, but when it comes to photos, he's definitely going to show up like this in a pic or two. And then, of course, we've got the scar he was holding before, grenade launcher, all that good stuff. Cool stuff. I like hearing about the people that are working on these weapons. It sounds like they're vets who really understand guns, and that's just really cool to get that level of detail in these things. We also have his handgun, his sidearm, his pistol, whatever you want to say right there. Again, a whole lot of detail. The knife that goes in his vest. Whew. Trying to show that off a little better. Pops in, slides in and out very easily. Very cool accessory. And he's got headphones. Also very nice. I mean, it's just the accessories are insane. This is why a figure like this is so great for action figure photography. To me, he's got a couple magazines that fit inside his vest. They fit beautifully. In fact, it was kind of a pain to get one of them out. They just seem to fit in there so snugly, which is great because then you're not constantly in fear of losing them. And possibly my favorite accessory is this helmet because it's so customizable. You can take these flaps off. You can take... come on. You can take the night vision goggles off. And then you've got just good old-fashioned flaps that you can put on the side. I'm not going to pretend I'm good enough to do that on camera, but yeah, you've got 2 of those that one goes on each side of the helmet. Even the helmet has options. Just awesome stuff. And then, for those of you who are big on displaying your stuff, he's got one heck of a stand. All these figures come with these stands. These stands are pretty sweet, and like I said, if you display your stuff, these things are almost a necessity, because why wouldn't you want to stand them in some kind of action pose, And then one last thing, because I went super kid with it. I cut out the file card and saved my action points, because I don't want to just have boxes laying around. But yeah, there's all of Duster's stuff, and, well, besides this and the stand, that's why he's so perfect for photos. And now, because every respectable review demands it, even though this isn't really what I'd call a respectable review, here is some size comparisons when it comes to several members of the G.I. Joe classified line. You've got a big dude, you got a lady, and you got a regular sized dude. Now, you can see Roadblock's a little taller, you can see Lady J looks a bit shorter, and Flint, what surprises me most here, is how much taller Duster is than Flint. Let's see if I can get a better... Okay, if she falls, don't judge. She's off screen anyway, so who cares? Let's see here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Duster being a little taller than Flint. No big deal there, but it is a slightly larger line, I would think, than what you would think for G.I. Joe Classified. But yeah, there you go, scale with Duster and G.I. Joe. And there you have it, folks. My thoughts on Duster, my very first Action Force action figure. And why my first? Because look at all the options on this guy. He's great for action figure photography. And hey, that's what the channel's all about. And this way, picking up another line, my wallet will totally love... No, that's not true. My wallet will have to be locked somewhere else at night, so I get to wake up. Anywho, comment below. Let me know what you think of Duster. Let me know what you think of the rest of Action Force. Are you picking them up? Are you skipping them? I just want to know. Let's hear it. Tell me what you're thinking. I'm also going to leave a link in the description below for Valaverse, and I'm going to leave an Amazon affiliate link that I call Surprise Ridiculous Thingy, where I get on Amazon and I find just some stupid thing that you can check out. So hey, click on that link, get a chuckle, and if you're there already and you need something, go ahead and pick it up, because hey, that helps out the channel. Now, I think I'm finally done, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, even dislike it, that's right. I'm gaming the algorithm. And with that out of the way, folks, have fun and happy snapping. See ya.